Many years ago, Greg Bond used to score a lot of runs in first grade cricket for Midland Guildford, and one of his batting partners was Rob Gartrell, and he scored a lot of runs for Midland too. And now, for the past 20 years, I think you and Rob have been kicking a lot of goals in the harness racing industry.
Yeah, we did a lot of junior cricket together, and then I went to Kalgoorlie, Rob went to Tasmania and Melbourne, and when I moved back to Perth, he'd moved back to Perth, and it's sort of his father's passion, Kev's passion with the harness horse, and Rob had the same, and we kicked off with one or two, and away it's gone, Yeah,
Richard Henry was one of your early partnership horses, and Richard Henry won a WA Derby, but
yep.
Greg, 2006, that was a great year for you as a trainer. I think it was your first runner in a Fremantle Cup with a horse called Money Magnet. He drew barrier 1. Colin Brown was in the sulky. He was 14-1, and the rest is history.
Yeah. He jumped and led, and there were some pretty good horses in that race that night. And but he probably, I guess we were lucky enough that probably the other drivers didn't see us as a real threat. So we had a pretty good run in front, and the horse was at his top at that point in time, and they left him alone, and around Gloucester Park that's always dangerous, and he delivered the goods, so it was a great thrill.
One of your better horses over the years, our Jimmy Johnston, ran third. He got a nice rails run. He ran third. He's an evergreen horse. He's back in the Cup again this year.
Yeah. Look, drawn a bit poorly, unfortunately. But look, he's a great old campaigner. This is probably his swan song, the next few weeks. And every race, he's got a bit of wear and tear. But look, he's in fine fettle as we speak. And unfortunately, the barrier draws hurt him. But hopefully, we'll get a good draw in the Pacing Cup Friday week.
And Greg, how did you get hold of Galactic Star from New Zealand? His form wasn't outstanding as a 3-year-old, but you and your partners purchased him as a late 3-year-old, I think it was?
Yeah, look, we had our eye on him for a while. He wasn't for sale, but did quite like him, high-speed horse, and so we just hung in there and stayed at the front of the queue, and probably paid a bit more than I wanted to at the end to get the deal done, but in hindsight, it's been a great investment, yeah.
Well, I think he won 16 of his first 25 starts for you, Greg, so he certainly repaid whatever you paid for him, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, no. He's a black ink horse for sure, and he's got plenty in the tank, yeah.
And he's been a super horse, 5th in an Inter-Dominion Championship Grand Final, a very unlucky 6th in the Inter-Dominion Championships at Melton a month or so ago. I think he could have won the Inter-Dominion if he hadn't been knocked over shortly after the start.
Yeah, look, the way Tiger Tara went, that's probably a bit of a hard call, but had we got around McDoro and found the pegs and sat on the back of him, I'm pretty confident how he went that he would have run second for sure, yeah.
And from barrier 10 on the inside of the back line, not a perfect draw, but certainly not the worst draw.
Well, it's not the worst draw. It's sort of probably would have loved to swap barrier draws with Phil Marshall, but unfortunately that hasn't happened. It will obviously follow up on the pegs. Saying Grace is going very well. Really happy with him. I've got no doubt that Saying Grace will be in the race for a long way. Probably, I guess, without making commitments, it makes sense to probably take a trail on Phil Marshall at this point in time, but we'll digest the barrier draws and make decisions during the week and go from there, yeah.
Another one of your up-and-comers, he's a pretty seasoned horse, is our Max Factor.
Look, it's been a great horse. I mean, both him and Saying Grace bought them not that long ago without thinking about Grand Circuit or, Fremantle Pacing Cup races, but both the horses have stepped up to the mark and done a great job. Max Factor, I thought he was the best of the beaten brigade by far in the Village Kid Sprint behind our Phil Marshall. He's sort of a little X-Factor horse, probably barrier 12 hertz, but no reason why he can't be hitting the line good and earning money, yeah, for sure.
And Il Jacko, he's in a purple patch of form. His last couple of runs have been brilliant. He's got a lovely sit sprint capacity.
Yeah, he's always had that, and he's been a bit, probably hasn't been the best going horse, but look, Sky's done a shitload of work on him lately, and you've seen that in his last couple of starts, and he's another one that probably not going to be winning, but he's going to, from barrier 2 off the back row, following out Phil Marshall, he's going to sit handy, and there's no reason why he can't be earning as well, yeah.
Vampiro's going to battle to earn really because he's drawn barrier 9. It's the worst possible draw.
Yeah, well, that hurts. I mean, you can't go forward, you've got to go back. So, look, as long as he's finding the line generously, hopefully there's some favours in the barrier draw for him in the Pacing Cup.
At this stage, Greg, how do you rate your chances 1, 2, 3? If you...
Oh, I think you've got to go on Ability, and Galactic Star's the best horse in our stable, clearly. So, with him getting... I mean, if it was a generally run race, I know Phil Marshall does most of his racing over a mile at Menangle, and 2,500 at Gloucester Park's different. But, I think, probably from the barrier draw, saying Grace Galactic Star should be two of our horses that hopefully should be in the finish, yeah.
Good luck with your 7 runners in the Fremantle Cup, and may it be a repeat of 2006.
We'll be hoping, eh? Thank you.